What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to a brand new episode of Maximus the Fourth. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive look into Diet Pepsi. Now, one of my fans or subscribers asked me if I could do a review on Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. Well, here's Diet Pepsi, at least for right now, so here we go. Now, what exactly is there that can be said about Diet Pepsi? Well, I don't know. But what I do know is over the years there have been other variations of Diet Pepsi sodas that have come out. And today, I'm going to try to fill you guys in on some of the history of Diet Pepsi, letting you know exactly what I think afterwards on a taste test. But before then, let's cover some of the history of Diet Pepsi. At one point, people were complaining about Diet Pepsi because it had a very off-putting aftertaste. So, in the 70s, I think around 1975, PepsiCo had decided to come out with a brand new flavor called Pepsi Light. Now, do not get Pepsi Light mistaken with Diet Pepsi. As Pepsi fans, you guys should know that to this very day, Diet Pepsi is available in many other countries, but it simply does go under a different name. Diet Pepsi in a lot of other countries goes under the name of Pepsi Light. It has the same silver strap on this 20-ounce bottle. The Pepsi is just simply right here it's not in a horizontal, it's in a regular flat lettering, and then at the bottom it just says light, Pepsi Light. So that's Diet Pepsi in other countries. But at one point, Pepsi Light was very much its own entity. And originally, when it had come out, they had added a lemon flavor to it. So it was originally supposed to be known as a cola flavor of soda, of Pepsi, that had half the calories of most cola sodas. Later on, Pepsi Light did get modified down to a point to where it only had 1 calorie, but still had that lemon flavor. Now, as the years have gone by, PepsiCo has done a much better job with their overall flavoring of Diet Pepsi. It doesn't have as much of an off-putting aftertaste as it did back in the 70s. And I'm not a huge fan of diet sodas like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. I just don't really like them. If I'm going to drink a soda, I want it to just be a regular soda. So, for the most part, that is some of the history of Diet Pepsi and what PepsiCo has undergone and done to come out with a new flavor of Diet Pepsi to modify it and to make it taste better. So, let's take a look at the ingredients here before we open this up. It says carbonated water, caramel color, aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium, benzoate, caffeine, citric acid, natural flavors, agusulfame, potassium, yada yada, the list goes on. Now, I don't know. This is my own personal opinion, but I feel like aspartame doesn't really leave that great of a taste in diet sodas. It's just my personal opinion, but now that I've given you guys some of the history on Diet Pepsi, let's open up this bad boy and see exactly what we can come up with. Here we go. Diet Pepsi, ladies and gentlemen. So it's been quite a while since I've had a Diet Pepsi. Like I said, I really do not drink diet sodas very often. But simply just tasting Diet Pepsi, it just has so much more of a flatter taste than normal Pepsi. Because there's no sugar in this, and it has aspartame, I really feel like it just leaves a lot more of a blank taste that you just can't really get, that you could normally get from Pepsi. Now, overall, tasting this, it doesn't taste bad necessarily, but because there's no sugar in it or calories, I just feel like you're left with an overall very flat taste. And it just doesn't taste that great. What is it about Diet Pepsi that people like? I don't know. What is it? Will another drink help me out here? Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one for me, guys. Like I said, I just don't like diet sodas, and I really don't drink them. It just all around tastes flat. It kind of reminds me of New Coke from 1985, minus the sugar. Like, if New Coke were supposed to taste like anything in particular without sugar, I think this might be it. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm just high on life right now drinking Diet Pepsi. I don't know. But my overall assessment on Diet Pepsi, I'm going to stick with this. It doesn't taste bad, but there's just not very much dynamic to it. I feel like I could drink this over and over and over and over again until I go completely blue in the face and nothing at all is just going to change. So for that, I'm going to leave Diet Pepsi with an overall score of 3 out of 10. I do not like it. I don't enjoy it at all whatsoever, and it absolutely sucks. Thank you guys for watching. Maximus the Fourth here. I'm signing out. See you next time.